Okay, let's now see how we could run the container and actually access the application from our local machine, which, well, in this case is this Cloud Shell that I'm using in Docker Playground. So, first of all, let's begin that by building our image again. And by using this /t option, we can give a name to the image right away here. So now we will build our image, and now, as we can see, it already has the name app here. So now when we run the container, let's first use this option /d, which means detached. So when we run this create this container now, we can see that it goes to the background and doesn't display anything here. So does that mean now that the application works? Well, unfortunately it doesn't yet mean that the application is indeed running. We can see it by running this Docker container listing here. We can see that it has been or is up and has been up for 23 seconds, and it has this 3000 port exposed that we defined on the Docker file. Here we have this expose 3000, but now it is important to notice that the port 3000 is only open inside the container, so we are not able to yet access it from our local machine, which in this case is this Cloud Shell, like I mentioned. So this isn't enough on other words. So let's stop this container by running docker container stop and then the ID. And let's also remove it while we are at it. So previously we ran the container using only this detached option, which is useful since without it we wouldn't be able to. It is here on the foreground on the shell, so we wouldn't be able to run other commands on the shell. But now we need to map the port 3000 of the container to a port 3000 of our local machine. Or actually, it doesn't need to be 3000 here on the local machine. We can use, for example, 3003. So now the first one is referring to the local machine, so this Cloud Shell here, the 3000, it forwards the request to the port 3000 inside the container. So now when we run the container and make a request to port 3003 of our local machine, it will be forwarded to the port 3000 of inside the container, which is our application. Our application is listening that port. So if we run localhost 3000 here, it won't be able to connect since this port isn't forwarded to the container. This one is, and that is why it works. So this is a complicated concept, but important to know. Networking as a whole is a little bit complicated when working with software containers, but it will start to make sense when some amount of learning has been made, and hopefully this video is able to clarify the concept a little bit too.